Hey there, and welcome back to the UnityBot instructional videos. In this module, I'm going to show you every component that comes with your robotics kit, from the structural pieces to the microcontroller and even every last wire. By the end of this video, you'll have a general idea of what all these different components do and how they'll come together to create the UnityBot. We're going to use all these components more in later videos. Taking a look at the box here, you'll notice that my kit looks nothing like your kit, and that's because I scribbled all over mine with Sharpie. However, your box should have some nice graphics that I whipped up in Photoshop. Even though my box looks different, I've got all the same components that you do. The first thing you'll notice when you open up the kit is a little welcome sheet, introducing the kit just like I did in the last video, and also pointing you to some exclusive online resources you get when you buy the kit. We'll be looking at these resources more in depth in later videos. There is a lot in this box, and in order to keep it simple, I'm going to sort the components into two distinct sections, mechanical and electrical. These individual subsystems will work together to make your robot function. Let's start off with the mechanical system, specifically the structural pieces. We include tons of custom cut, custom painted chloroplast plastic pieces that you can use to build your robot. This includes big triangles, small triangles, long rectangles, rectangles that are not quite as long, wings, squares, an octagon, and even a trapezoid. You'll notice that many of these pieces have small holes cut into the sides. This is for securing the pieces together, as you'll soon see. Also included in the mechanical system is a caster wheel, many long and short wooden rods you can use to connect pieces, and some pipe cleaners. We recommend using the wooden rods to connect plastic pieces in parallel to one another, just like this, and pipe cleaners if you need to connect pieces on an angle. And lastly, you also get a small screwdriver kit, equipped with your very own magnifying glass. Now let's take a look at the electrical system. This is where things get very interesting, at least in my opinion. First, you'll notice two DC motors, each with a wheel you can easily slide on. These two motors are what will drive your robot. If you take a closer look at the yellow housing for the motors, you'll see that we've actually soldered on the wires, which prevents them from coming loose when your robot is moving. This was an improvement we made based on feedback we got from students. Next, we have the microcontroller, which is an Arduino Uno R3. This fancy looking board is what will store and run the programs we write for our UnityBot. Be very careful with this board. It's very fragile, and it's the most expensive component of the entire kit by far. Next, we have the motor controller, the L298N. This receives signals from the Arduino board and then powers the DC motors to move. Just like with the Arduino, the motor controller is a fragile component, so be very careful. Also included with the electrical system is a battery case, which you can put batteries in to power your robot without needing to be plugged into the computer. And lastly, we have wires, and lots of them. There are two types we include, male to male and male to female. We'll be using both type of cable later on when we assemble the electrical system of the robot. And that's it! That is the entire UnityBot robotics kit, and as you can tell, it's not quite as complex as it first might have appeared to be. This is what we include, but this isn't everything you can use with your kit. Feel free to use tape to make other secure connections, or even your own soldering iron to make other soldered connections. In the next module, I'm going to show you one of the many different configurations you can build the UnityBot in. My name is Cepalia, and this is the UnityBot.